Super Bowl 53 is over, and we are already looking ahead to Super Bowl 54, and it's going to be held right here in Miami. In Atlanta this morning, there was a conference in which the Super Bowl Committee of Atlanta passed the golden football to the Super Bowl Committee of Miami, essentially handing them Super Bowl 54. Of course, this is not the first time that Miami has hosted the Super Bowl. This will be the 11th time that it has been here in South Florida, and it's actually setting a record. So Miami will now officially be the city that has hosted the most Super Bowls. It was tied with New Orleans. This will put them out on top. And it's also a really big deal for the NFL because this Super Bowl is going to be falling during its 100th anniversary season. The Super Bowl is going to be the last game of the 100th anniversary season of the NFL. So it's a big deal for Miami. It's a big deal for the NFL. The NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said that he was really excited that it was going to return to Miami. He says Miami's always been a great host in the past, and he knows that it's going to be a great game again next year. Mayor Carlos Jimenez, of course, also echoing that, proudly accepting that golden football and saying he's excited because so much in Miami has changed over the last decade. The last time we hosted a Super Bowl was about 10 years ago. And he says he wants people to return and see everything that the city has to offer. Rodney Beretta is the chairman of the Super Bowl host committee, and he has wasted no time in building hype for the Super Bowl. They released their theme, which is going to be called Live It Miami. In their video, they have Miami's own pit bull, of course. He is the voice of South Florida, and he is taking us through the sights and the sounds and really showing all the great things that people can expect to see along with the game. This is going to be a big deal for South Florida. This is going to bring in lots of revenue, and they are planning big events like downtown parties that we have not seen before. So even though this will be the 11th time, they promise a completely new experience than we've seen before. Stephen Ross, the owner of the Miami Dolphins, says that this is a great place to host an event like the Super Bowl. And really, there's no better event to be able to host because he says it brings the community together. It brings people together to enjoy that spirit of teamwork. If you want to go ahead and mark your calendar, Super Bowl 54 is going to take place February 2nd of next year. And you can bet they are already planning for all of this with their theme, Live It Miami. You can check it out. It's a year-long campaign, and they're going to be highlighting all things happening in South Florida and really showing that Miami flavor for this next Super Bowl. Reporting in Miami, Carly Barnett, CBS 4 News.